see all of you. I've missed you because I feel like last month I really didn't get to see all of you because there were, 80 people in this room last month. And so I just feel like I didn't get to connect with all of y'all. That's why I love training so much. I love connecting. So I'm glad you're here tonight, and I hope you're all coming to my house next Monday for dinner because I just want to spend more time with you. So get a friend and come over next week for dinner. Did I say next month? I meant next week. Okay. All right. Well, let's pray and then let's get started. Heavenly Father, I just thank you for this day. I thank you for these women, Lord, that are here. I thank you for just how much they love you and how much they're committed to Premier and just getting to grow more in their businesses. And I just pray, Father, for fellowship tonight, Lord, that we can connect as women. I thank you, Lord, that is part of what we do, is just to get to connect with other women, Lord. And I just pray that Premier would be a blessing to each one of these women that are in this room tonight, and that they would learn so much about bookings and just be excited to get into the homes of more women, Father, just to share your love with others. And we just pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Okay, well, we're going to play a game because I just wanted to. So, y'all up for a game? Okay. All right, we're going to play a game called Four Corners. And so, how many of y'all have played Four Corners before? Like, you should have probably played it when you were in elementary school. I used to play it with my students when I taught school. Four Corners? Are y'all familiar with that? Just Nicole? I will. Oh, that's right. You're still in the class. Okay, so Four Corners. Basically, this will be corner number 1, corner number 2, corner number 3, and corner number 4. And so I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to give you 4 choices. And you're going to go to the corner that most describes you, okay? And then we're going to have a little bit of discussion in your corner with whoever is in there with you. Okay, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yes? Okay. All right, so I want everyone to stand up. Okay, and I want you to listen. Here is the question. I'm going to give you 4 choices, and I'm going to tell you which corner to go to, okay? So your first question is, what is your favorite jewelry show snack? Okay. Corner number 1 would be brownies. Corner number 2 would be a veggie tray. I don't know who really likes those. Corner number 3 would be a fruit tray, and corner number 4 would be chips and salsa. Okay. So brownies, veggie tray, fruit tray, chips and salsa. Go.
You don't have to come all the way. I can come.
Wow, nobody likes veggies. Oh my goodness. That's good. At least not one person ended up in the veggie corner. You can change it real quick. No. This is good. Okay, now I want you to get a partner, or y'all just say it's 3. And y'all make a partner and a 3, and then y'all can make partners.
Yes.
Okay, I want you to wait till I tell you to, but I want you to tell your partner your name, introduce yourself, and then I want you to tell your partner one way that Premier has enriched your life. Ready? Go. You can still talk about how that is. Yes. Okay. I'll introduce yourself to each other, which is good.
That's being nice.
Okay, y'all all answer the question? Yes? Do y'all feel so enriched?
Yes.
Okay, I hope so. Okay, here's your next question. Ready? Here's your next question. I'll tell you which corner. What do you think makes you a good leader? Okay? Either your corner A, friendly. Your corner B, direct. Which is really not me. Your corner 3, organized. Or corner 4, you're a good communicator. Okay, so what attributes would make you a good leader? You're friendly, you're direct, you're organized, you're a good communicator. We got lots of friendlies. Friendly or good communicator. We have no direct people in our whole Birmingham family. We got no direct people. Okay, get a partner. Okay, grab yourself a partner. If there's a group of 3, make yourself a group of 3. Okay. Michelle, she's direct. Okay, here's your question. Tell your partner, introduce yourself if you don't, well, introduce yourself no matter what, and then tell them one fun thing you plan to do this summer. One fun thing you plan to do this summer. Go to rally. You get an extra ticket for that. Very bad. Yes? Okay. All right, here's your next question. Ready? What is your favorite part of a jewelry show? Okay. Fashion, games, food, or checkout? Okay. Fashion, games, food, or checkout?
I like this. Going games.
I know.
Yeah.
They're all fun. Wow, so we got fashion and games. Nobody cares about food, and people hate checkout. Okay, get a partner, get a different partner than last time if you have some similar people in your group. Get a different partner. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right, tell them your name again, and then tell them one thing you're hoping to learn or get out of tonight's training on bookings. One thing you're hoping to learn or get out of tonight's training on bookings. Learn or get out. that y'all hope to get out of tonight's training on bookings? How to get some. Okay. We can hopefully help you with that. Anybody else?
Practicing verbiage.
Practicing verbiage. That will be good. Yes. Yes, that will be really good. Do you feel like you could use the training on bookings? Yeah? So everyone is so pumped about bookings tonight, right? Yes. You look like it. I know. Dave says you got to get your practice. That's right. Okay. All right. Do we have any guests here tonight? I don't think so. I think we've got pretty much. We do?
One.
Oh.
She's not really a guest.
I know. She was here last time. That's right. So yeah, you're going to be a Joy Lady soon.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Well, we have on the schedule to do a short OP. Just, you know, we had it for guests, but do y'all want to listen to an OP? Would that help you? April, do you want to hear another one? Yeah? Okay. All right. Come on, Michelle. All right, Michelle is just going to share real briefly. You know, and I do think, though, as a jewelry lady, we can never, you know, practice sharing enough. And you can never really learn enough. I feel like I even still learn a lot just from listening to other people share a little bit about Premier. And especially if you aren't getting out there and sharing Premier very often with other people, then it really does help to hear it. The more you hear it, the more comfortable you are going to feel, and then the easier that it will be to share. So if you want to take notes on some pointers that Michelle might give you on how to share Premier with others, we'll just do a quick OP. So thanks, Michelle. Y'all get your clappers out for her.
Okay, so I think that sharing Premier is one of the best things about doing what we do. Because we had just talked about how, you know, much we've been blessed or enriched through Premier. And I feel like it's our responsibilities as jewelry ladies to share that with other people. And so I think it's always good. I think it's always good to hear when other people, like Danielle said, share from you, because you get other ideas of how to share with people and all that. And just to practice on your husband, practice on your kids, practice on, you know, your best friend, because it really is important to feel comfortable sharing what you do, because you just never know. So I wanted to share with you in this way. I think that Danielle shared it like this before, and I really liked it. So there's two things that make Premier different. The first thing is that it's biblically based. It's a biblically based company, and so their foundations are Scripture, and I think that that's really, really different. I mean, that is different, but it's really neat. And everything they do is to honor God and serve people. At the end of the day, that's really the heart of Premier, and that's what the heart of our business should be too. It's just wanting to serve people, wanting to honor God in everything that we do. And then God can take care of the rest. So if your focus is that, then you're good. And then also that they started with 4 visions. The first being they wanted to support missionaries. And so that was one of the first reasons they started Premier. And so to this day, in 63 countries, missions are supported, ministries of all kinds. And so that's really important for you to know that about Premier, because that's different. That sets it apart. Another reason, or another vision they had was for stay-at-home moms, for them to be able to stay home and make extra income for their family. They really had a heart for those moms. And then also for single moms, to make extra income for their family. And so I think that's neat that Premier had a heart for moms. And it's a perfect job for moms when you think about it. Because we get to, you know, have a job that allows us to make money and stay home, but it also allows us to get out of the house, which I definitely need that. I like tell all my hostesses, thank you so much, I need to get out of the house. So anyway, and then the last reason, because they also had a heart for people that are in ministry. And so, you know, especially being a pastor's wife, it's great to be able to, you know, make extra income for our family because we're in ministry, and so they have a heart for people like that too. The second thing that sets it apart is that they have a golden guarantee, and so y'all know about the golden guarantee. You have 60 days to replace an item for free, and then that's a manufacturing defect, and then after that it's only $5 plus tax, and that's a really great service. And as jewelry ladies, that's a way to serve people and a way to honor people. And so I just think I've built many relationships through just replacing jewelry, because you know the jewelry isn't perfect, it's gonna break, and that's gonna happen. But we get to take care of people with the golden guarantee, so it's really a neat thing that they have in place, which is really not like, you know, you can't go to a department store and do that. So we get to serve people, and it just makes our job as jewelry ladies easier when we have that in place. The other thing I'm going to talk to y'all about is 2 ways that you can make money in Premier. The first way is just doing jewelry shows. So I know, y'all know about the jewelry show. We get to make 50% of everything that we sell, and we don't have any quotas or minimums to meet, and so that is so awesome. And it doesn't have to be at a jewelry show. You can sell jewelry to individuals and still make 50%, but y'all all know that at the jewelry show, that's where your relationships you're forming, and that's really where your retail is when you think about it. And so it's an easy way to make money, and so it's really cool because if you need a certain amount in your budget, I was talking to Bethany, she's trying to raise money to take her girls maybe to New York or something, and so that's why she's wanting to get her business off the ground. And that's cool because you can decide, this is how much money I need, and the average jewelry show is $400, so you do the math. 50% of that is how much? $200. So if you needed $1,000, then you need to do how many shows? 5 shows, 5 to 6 shows. And so you can make your schedule, and you don't have anybody telling you you need to do this, this, this. You get to decide. If 2 shows a month is all you can do, then that's what you do. If you have more time and you want to do 10 shows a month, then good for you. But that's great because it's our business and we get to decide. And I love that. I love that we have that independence. And then the second way you can make money in Premier is through sponsoring. Sponsoring is just sharing Premier, just like I'm doing right now. And it's important for you to remember that, and I'm speaking to myself too, that we need to not leave anyone out. So your hostesses are going to be your best prospects to share Premier with people, because you get to benefit from that too. And I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to model that. So I'm going to ask Cheryl to come up, and we're going to pretend like Cheryl is a new jeweler, and she's going to sign up. Okay. How do we do it? Like,
just put it under you.
Okay. So she's going to sign up under me, even though that's not a really true story, because she actually signed up under Danielle. But we're going to say that she is my daughter in Premier, and so she goes out and does a jewelry show, and this is how it works. She makes 50%, so if it was average show, she makes $200, and then I thought you were like right there.
Oh, no.
And then Premier's, I feel like I'm getting observed, but I know I'm not. No, I can do this. Premier is going to send me, her Premier mom, 10% of her profit. So I would get $20, and then she would make that $200. Does that make sense? So the $20 isn't coming from her check. It's coming directly from Premier. And then Bethany, let's say she sponsors Bethany. Bethany, come up. Is this your actual daughter?
Yes.
Great. And so Bethany's going to go out and do a jewelry show. Average show $400. She's going to make $200, and then Premier's going to send Cheryl a $20 check and me a $20 check. Make sense? Mm-hmm. And then let's say Dawn, just for the sake of the example, signs up under Bethany, and then she does a jewelry show. She makes half, and then Premier sends Bethany $20, Cheryl $20, me $20, and then it would stop after that, like for me. So Dawn could keep sponsoring people, and then Cheryl would benefit. Does that make sense? But it would stop for me after the 3rd level, and that's because they want to make sure that we're going to keep it personal, because it's really hard for us to have those relationships once it's past that 3rd level. Isn't that neat? They really do want to make sure that we're a company that keeps things personal and like a family, and so that's how it works with sponsoring. But you can see how if you just share with people Premier, and then they share with people, and they share with people, how you can build a team and really be doing shows. And part of the 10% that we're getting paid is to invest in those people too. So it's not, we are helping them be successful as well. And so it is, a blessing for us to have that connection and relationship with people. So really, at the end of the day, it's just making more friends and building relationships. And I think sponsoring, actually, I feel like sponsoring is the most fun thing about Premier. I love the jewelry shows and all that, but it's even more fun when you get to sponsor those hostesses and get to see them over and over again. It's really cool. So, does that make sense though? Like how you can make some more money in Premier besides just doing jewelry shows. Okay, and then the last thing is that there's 2 ways you can get into Premier. Everyone gets into Premier by paying a jewelry application fee, which is $3.95. And that's going to cover your jeweler license for the entire year. And so it doesn't come with jewelry, but it comes with really awesome services. Of course, you get catalogs and a few brochures and some order forms. Not enough for like, you know, your whole year of business, but at least to get you started. It also comes with, you don't have to pay shipping on your personal orders, especially, I mean, that's really helpful. Those catalogs are really heavy, and so that would be really expensive to have to pay for shipping for all your catalogs and things like that. And then also filing a state sales tax. So we charge tax at our shows, but Premier is taking care of filing that, because if we were to have to do that, that would be, I mean, I don't know that I appreciate it as much as probably like a tax person would, but like that's a lot of work to have to do that we don't have to do. So Premier takes care of that. You can sell from state to state and not have to worry about what places you sold it and have to keep up with all that. Does that make sense? So that's a really great service. And also, you know, it doesn't come with jewelry, but Premier didn't want to make it a requirement for us to have inventory. So anyone can enter Premier for $3.95, and then you can build up a collection as you go if you would like to do that. But the best way to do it is, the second way to enter in Premier is, or to join Premier, is to have a to get the $3.95, the jeweler application fee, which everybody has to pay anyway, and then to get what's called a Premier Boutique. And so that's $475 for the package of jewelry, but it's a $1,300 value of jewelry and other supplies for your table. It comes with like a tablecloth and necklace stands and a little bag and all that stuff. It's like your jewelry business in a bag. And so it's really great. And the thing that I always tell people is it's better to have jewelry. It's better to have it, even though you don't have to have it. It's better to have it because people want to touch it and feel it and try stuff on. And the great thing about the boutique is that Premier is going to select the best selling items at the time and put that in your kit. So they're setting you up for success right off the bat. And I think that that's really good. So that you're not having to sit down and pick out the pieces of jewelry that you think will sell, because you're probably going to pick things that you would wear, but you're not going to pick a variety of pieces. Does that make sense? It's going to be hard for you to do that. And so even though I wasn't a huge jewelry person when I signed up in Premier, when I got my kit, I just learned to wear the jewelry because I had it, and now, like, you know, my taste has changed and I've kind of grown to like different styles, and so that can happen with you too. And so that's a really neat thing. And you're probably thinking, so with $475 with the jewelry kit and the $3.95, it comes to around $870. And you're probably thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. And it is. I mean, it's a big chunk of money. But Premier is not a buyer's club, so it's not like you're going to get in cheap and then get, you know, people aren't going to come, you know, join Premier just to get a 50% off discount on jewelry. So it's almost like a protection for us. So people that join Premier really are interested in having a business. And so you want that. You want people on your team that love doing what you do, you know? And so you get to help them and all that, and they're not just signing up to get a discount. Does that make sense? So it's really neat that they set it up that way. But really, $870 to have a business and to start a business is really, really great. Because if you were to have to start a business and all the fees and all the investments that it would cost, like to open Chick-fil-A or do something like that, like it would be thousands of dollars. So to have your own business and it only be like $870, and then you can pay that off. You do the math. How many shows do you need to pay off $870? You do 4 or 5 shows. You do your quick start, and then you're making profit. So it's really cool that you can see it that way, and it's not a cost, but it's an investment. So you're going to get the money back if you do the shows. So I think that's really neat. So that's it as far as what I wanted to share with you. But I did want to say, when you're sharing with people, just like, of course you're not like, let's sign up today and pushing them to do that, but you do want to encourage them to take time to think about it, that you're going to be in touch with them and to see if they have questions and things like that. You don't want to just share with them and then just drop the ball and never talk to them after that. You need to like follow up and all that, and I think that's one of the things that I had to learn the hard way at first, but it's really good. Like you just share the blessing of Premier, and I tell people all the time, it's not my job to make that decision for you. If this is something that you feel like you want to do, then that's great, and I'm here and I want to help you. But if you never think about this again, then you probably weren't supposed to do Premier. And so it's cool that you don't have to feel like you're pressured to sign up for them. You just share with them and you encourage them and you follow up with them, but then you let God do the rest. You're just planting seeds, and God will take care of the rest. So, good job.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I want to recognize you anyways. Okay, all right, let's do some recognitions. Y'all know, did anybody bring their CV report? Probably not. Come on. Okay, hopefully you know. Okay, well, I want you to stand up if you love Premier Jewelry. There should be everybody in the room, regardless. Okay, I want you to, thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, y'all grab your clappers.
Too quiet.
I know. There we go. That sounds better. Okay, I want you to keep standing if you have a jeweler number. Okay, that means you're a jewelry lady. And yes, when you sit down, we want you to actually be a jewelry lady at some point. Okay, Kristen, I know South Africa, they need some jewelry down there. Okay, I want you to keep standing up if you did one jewelry show last month in the month of March. Okay, keep standing if you did 2 in the month of March. Woohoo! If you did 3 in the month of March. Way to go, guys! How many of you did 4? Ooh, you got 5 as well. Okay. Now they also did 5 jewelry shows. What does that mean, you guys? Anybody know?
They're in the consistency.
Oh, thank you. Yes, that means they got consistency challenge last month. This is awesome. I'm super excited. Okay, Cheryl, how many shows did you do last month? 5. Michelle? 6. Woohoo! Way to go. Hey guys, we need some raffle tickets up here for our winners. Yeah. And Cheryl does need a raffle ticket though, because I overheard her say the really fun thing that she was going to do this summer was go to Rally. Yeah. That's exciting. Okay, way to go, you guys, for doing awesome jewelry shows. Okay, now I want you to stand up if the highest show you had, so just one show, reached $100. Way to go. Yeah. Okay, keep standing if one of your shows was 500 or more. Ooh. Keep standing if one of your shows was 700 or more. Oh, look at these girls. Okay, keep standing if your highest jewelry show was 900 or more. Oh, okay, go ahead. Okay,
Yolanda's up there.
I know, Yolanda. What was your jewelry show?
Some of the training show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was 1,500.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Way to go, Yolanda. That's right, and she's a new jewelry. Did you introduce yourself last night?
I did.
Okay, you did.
Yes.
Good. Okay. There were too many for me to remember. Don't ever take it personally. Okay. All right. Now I want you to think about all of your shows all together. Okay. So add them all up, and if all of your shows accumulated $500 or more, I want you to stand up. Woo! Go. Okay. If all of your shows accumulated 800 or more, keep standing. Okay, if all of your shows accumulated 1,200 or more, keep standing. Okay, all right. What was your total retail?
23.
2,300.
28. 21.
28. That's so sweet. Okay, all right. Did anybody sponsor anybody last month in the month of March? Cheryl? Woo-hoo! Was Cheryl the only one?
I think so.
Okay, give Cheryl a ticket.
Woo!
I know you sponsored 2. Give her 2 tickets for that. Oh! Okay, and is any new jeweler in this room that was not introduced last month? Bethany, are you the only, I think, okay, all right, Bethany, come see me. Anybody else? I think we introduced Yolanda. April will be next month. We'll introduce you. Okay, all right. Well, y'all say hey to Bethany. Hi, Bethany. Okay, I just want you just to tell everybody. Obviously, they know your name and your Premier Mom is Cheryl, but tell them what made you sign up in Premier, what you've enjoyed the most.
I've enjoyed the relationship that I built with Cheryl the most. She's such a sweet person.
She is.
And I love the jewelry. I want to be successful. I'm just not sure how.
You're in the right place.
Yeah, you are.
You're at the, and you have a great Premier Mama who's going to lead you in that way. Yes. Oh, well, y'all get back to me. Okay, and I also want to make a really big deal because we have a new promotion in the room. What? I know. It's so exciting. And so you sign up in Premier and you're just a jeweler. Okay, the first level of leadership in Premier is called a builder, and that's when you have 4 people underneath you. You get promoted to the level of builder, and so that would be Cheryl Pierce. Okay, so Cheryl has been in Premier since September, so not very long. How many months is that? 8, 7, 8? Yeah. You know, it took me a whole year to become a builder, and even then I didn't try to sponsor anybody. It was all by accident, and none of them are jewelers anymore, so I apparently didn't even know what I was doing at that time. But Cheryl has been so intentional in sharing Premier, just like Michelle has said, and just really wanting to give an opportunity to women and not making them sign up because that's not our job to do that, but just to share it with people so that they have the opportunity to do that. And so I have loved having Cheryl in our Premier family. And it's funny, I'm sure many of you have heard her story, but Cheryl and I met at a jewelry party, over a year ago. And she actually booked 2 parties with me at that party. And she booked one at work. It was great because then her hostess got 3 bookings because Cheryl booked 2. And so she booked a party with me at work, and I went to her work and did like an hour little party at her lunch break, which is great, by the way. So promote that with your people as you're booking parties. Yeah. And then she hosted a birthday party show, which was awesome because she got free jewelry for her birthday. So all her friends came over and bought themselves jewelry so that she could get her free jewelry. And I had mentioned to Cheryl before her birthday party show, like, hey, you'd be really good at this. Like, I think you should maybe, let me tell you about it, or come to, I think I invited her to a fun to share, and she was like, no, like, you're the jewelry lady, not me. I could never do that. So we had a show at her house for her birthday that was like $1,600, $1,700, something like that. And so she got a ton of free jewelry, but she could have made like $800. And she didn't. And it was so sad.
That would have been my cake show. I could have gotten the jewelry and the money.
I
know.
So, but what she did, and you're going to hear from Cheryl tonight, is she's great at bookings. And so what she did is, after that party, she sat down and said, well, goodness, if you can really make that much money doing a jewelry show, I should really consider that. And went and called a bunch of friends and booked 4 parties, or 5.
I think I had 4.
She booked 4 parties on her calendar before she even called me. She just went and booked parties. And then called me and said, okay, I think I need to sign up because I already have 4 shows scheduled. And I said,
my training show.
yeah. I was like, okay, well, when? And she's like, well, my first party's in 2 weeks. I was like, okay, Cheryl. Absolutely. So she has so much wisdom, and you're going to get to hear from her tonight on bookings, and hopefully she'll be a great encouragement to you. But I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So she's going to be a designer before we know it. Just being intentional like that. Okay, Michelle's going to give you a little bit of calendar catch up, and then we're going to get into lots of booking stuff.
Okay, so if you have your calendars, y'all can pull those out, and it'll be a lot easier for you to remember, or you can just write it down. But just make sure when you write it down, you go back in and put it in your calendar. So Fun to Share is next Monday, the 27th at 6:30. It's at Danielle's house. Y'all know what Fun to Share is, right? Fun to Share is Fun to Share Premier. We get to invite a guest, and the only rule is that you bring somebody, bring a friend, and they don't even have to be interested in Premier. They could just, you could say, just come here more about what I do. And I promise you, you really don't know. They may come not interested and then come go, oh, I didn't even think, like, I could do this, you know, so you never know. But it's a really great opportunity because when you have a group of people sharing together and just fellowshipping over dinner, like, it's just it's that personal touch. And that really can help, you know, in building relationships and also in sponsoring. So make sure you put that on your calendar and come to that. And also Dave's a really good cook. I don't know if he's going to be cooking, but all the meals at their house are really good. So I'm like, you have to be my guest. I have to eat dinner. Okay, and then Saturday the 25th is Jewel School in Gainesville, Florida with the Drapers. So I know some of y'all are going, I think Michelle
and Cheryl and Dawn's going too.
Awesome. Good.
Gigi's going.
That's awesome. So if y'all open your calendars to May, the 2nd is a Saturday. It's new jeweler training. So this is for if you've had a training show by then, you would want to come to that. Also, if you sponsored somebody, you would want to come with your new jeweler. But it's yes, new jeweler, and it's from 9 to 1. 9 to 1. And then the 11th of May is Girls' Night. And so that's just a fun thing that we do just to kind of get to know each other. And so sometimes we do a craft. I'm not sure what we're doing this time. Maybe a movie night or something like that.
Nicole's in charge.
Yeah, Nicole's in charge. And I think she did say something like that. A movie night. But it's just a good way to kind of get to know more of our Premier family. And I know from those girls' nights, I get a lot of good ideas for bookings and things. So it could be a really cool way for your business too, you know. To learn from other people. And then the 18th is training, and then it's always the third Monday of every month. And then Tuesday is Fun to Share.
That's because of Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, in May. It's Fun to Share is on Tuesday. The last. Mm-hmm. What date is that? The 26th.
Yeah. It's just
okay,
Memorial. You don't want to. I'm sure
the
Memorial
26th.
Day.
That's right. We do. Yeah. 26th Tuesday is Fun to Share. In June, y'all go to June. The 22nd is training. We're going to go ahead and give you these dates. The 29th is Fun to Share. But make sure y'all, that's the 4th and 5th Mondays of that month. Okay? So don't get mixed up with that. And then in July, 9th through 11th is National Rally. And y'all, if you're not already planning on going, y'all all should be planning to go to Rally. It is really, really, really awesome. Like, I can't tell you how awesome it is. But it's just not just like, I think when I went, I know she's probably going to talk about Rally in a few minutes, but when I went to Rally my first year, I came back, I was really, really excited about Premier. I think I sponsored like 4 people like as soon as I got back. Just because it's just really, really good for you to hear from people like missionaries that Premier supports, and you get to hear from like the top, jewelers and trainings and all this stuff. It's so, so, so good. And it just feels like, what do you always say?
It's like Beth Moore and The Price is Right.
Yeah. It's really entertaining, but it's also really valuable information, and it's really awesome. So that's the 9th through 11th, and it's in Dallas, Texas. The 20th will be training, and the 27th will be Fun to Share. And that's of July.
Okay, perfect. Y'all have any questions about calendar stuff? No? Okay, all right. Well, me and Dave are going to do some overcoming objections for you, and we'll see how in character he gets.
My goal is to throw her off.
Okay, so what we're going to do is when you make phone calls and you are asking for jewelry shows when you're calling people, or you're going around, you're doing a booking activity at your show, and people are having objections, what do you say back to them? Because when I first started in Premier, my initial response was, okay. That was it. And so whatever their objection was, I just said, well, okay. And had nothing else to say back to them. So do you think that resulted in a lot of bookings for me? No. But what do most of you say when somebody says they can't have a jewelry show? What do you say to them?
Okay.
That's right. And that's because that's what happens as new jewelers. We aren't seasoned really to even know what to say, and we're a little intimidated, and we don't want to make them feel pressured, right? But the goal is not to pressure somebody into a jewelry show. Really, the goal is to help somebody overcome like a self-esteem issue. Because most of the reasons that people don't want to have jewelry parties really go back to them feeling bad about themselves. Nobody came last time. My house is too small. And the, you know, or whatever, we're going to go through them. But they're really all reasons that really go back to themselves and their own insecurities. And so what we want to do is help them overcome an insecurity. Whether or not they have a jewelry show, doesn't matter. But we just really want to help boost their security of who they are, and that it's okay if nobody came last time. Or it's okay if you have a small house, and we want to tell them why it's okay. All right? So if you want to take some notes,
I
we're
passed
going
out
to...
notes, so everyone should have
Oh,
notes.
Dave already passed out notes?
Mhm.
Oh, notes on a paper, yes. I am going to actually give you a sheet of paper, but I'm not going to give it to you right now, because if I do, then you'll just read it instead of listen. So, you know, it's the teacher in me.
I would also say it's much easier to have a good response if you believe that you're blessing the woman that you're trying to do a jewelry party for, and if you believe in premieres like what you're doing. So otherwise you're just sales pitching, which never works, and everyone can feel that on the phone. So so watch how Danielle blesses me.
I hope I can.
Yeah. Try to throw her off a little bit.
He was
I wrote
earlier.
some write-ins.
You did?
Yeah. You ready? Are we gonna pretend to be on phones, or
No,
are we in
you're-
person?
it's fine. Either way, well, they're gonna make phone calls, but it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you're calling somebody, or you're calling and you're saying, hey, I'm gonna give you some verbiage that you might say tonight, like, hey, I'm in a contest, I just wanted to call and see if I could bless you with some free jewelry. But you're calling and you're asking, what do you think about getting some girlfriends together and having a girls' night, okay? And then we're gonna hear some responses from people. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I have more jewelry than I could ever wear.
Oh, wow. That's so great. I wish I do have a lot of
It's gonna take her a minute to get into her jewelry lady. All right.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I have more jewelry than I could ever wear.
Oh my gosh, well, you know what we could do, actually? This will be so much fun because I bet your friends don't have that much jewelry. And so I think we should make your party a mystery hostess. And so what we could do is you could invite all of your friends over and we'll just raffle off the jewelry to them. Since you have so much,
Yeah.
that'll be such a great blessing for them.
Sounds awesome.
Really
Really good. I'll accept that one. I'll accept that rebuttal. Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, not right now. All my friends are broke and I don't have any money either.
Oh, well, you know what? That's the great thing about Premier's Hostess Plan is that I'm in the business of just giving away free jewelry. So you don't really have to buy jewelry when you have a jewelry party.
Okay.
You get to get it for free. And as far as your friends are concerned, the average price point in Premier is between $30 and $40. So really, people should be able to afford at least something. And I'm not going to pressure them to buy anything anyways. We're just going to have a fun girls' night.
My jewelry sounds pretty cheap. I'm probably above that. So.
Oh, yeah, I you said you were poor.
Okay. All right. Good answer. All right. Oh, I'm just too busy with everyday life right now. I have no time.
Oh, you know what? I know. I'm so busy as well. I know that women are mostly busy in general. And so I think it would be great just to schedule something for you with your friends because you're probably so busy you don't see them as much as you would like to. And so why don't we just have a very informal girls' night, just get a couple of your favorite friends to come over. It doesn't have to be a big deal that you have to plan a lot for, but just an excuse for us to stop and hang out with other people. What do you think about that?
I'm probably too busy. But we'll think about it. All right. All right. The last time I had a show, no one came.
I know. I'm so sorry to hear that. I know that's really hard. But you know what? We can't ever pick a date that works perfect for everybody. And so sometimes people are going to be able to make it and sometimes people aren't, but that's okay. We're just going to pick a date that works great for me and you. And I'm going to make some really cute invitations and mail them to your friends so that we make sure they know about it in enough time to plan to be able to come.
Awesome.
What do you think?
That sounds great. Thank you. All right. You ready? All right. Huh?
Okay.
So I don't know very many people, and I wouldn't know who to invite.
Why is that one so funny to you?
Feel free.
Okay. You don't know very many people?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, you know what? A typical jewelry show is really only about 5 girls anyway. So could you think of just five friends that you'd like to have? I'm sorry. I mean, can you? What about just three of your best friends that you'd like? You know, if you were going to go to the mall one day and go shopping, who would you call to go shopping with?
You mean on Facebook? three Facebook friends.
They might. Do they live in town?
Alright, moving on. Alright, what would you do on that one? So, no friends.
If they had no friends, I mean, I'm sure they have one or two friends. So I would just encourage
Are they
them.
at the show? Could they say like, these girls would love to come to your show?
At the show, I would say that.
I threw you off. You would do U plus 2 probably. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you have some girls you work with who would do something at your work?
Yes.
I want just.
Some neighbors.
We wipe away our tears.
Alright, we did these earlier and I thought you'd know the Facebook was coming. Okay, alright, I'm just doing some remodeling right now. Actually, my husband is, and he is really bad at doing remodeling, and so we just can't do it right now.
Okay, when do you think your project's going to be done?
I have no idea. I've been on him for months, and he can't give me a date. So we just cannot do it at my house.
Okay, well that's fine actually. I don't know if you've ever considered this, but I sometimes do parties at Starbucks. And so we could just go grab some coffee with your friends and sit around. They have these huge tables at Starbucks now, and so I can actually get 8 trays of jewelry out on them. And we can just sit around and drink some coffee and have a low-key show. That you don't have to worry about your husband in the house.
Awesome. Husband. Okay. All right, let me check with all my friends, and we'll see who can come when, and then I'll get back to you.
Okay. Well, you know what? That actually will probably stress your friends out and it's going to stress you out because you're going to hear all of these different dates and it's going to be really hard for you to actually pick one. So why don't we pick one that works best for me and you, and then we'll put it out there to your friends. If nobody can come, we can adjust it, but why don't we just go ahead and pick a date first and put it out there for them?
Okay.
Would that be okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. I'll have to think about it.
Okay. Well, while you're thinking about it, you know, what month do you think would work for you?
January.
Next year?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Well, you know what? The summer's coming up. Are you busy in the summer?
Maybe.
Are you going anywhere?
No.
Oh, you're in town for summer.
My wife's having a baby. So.
True story.
Yeah.
True story. I'm here for the summer.
You're in town for the summer? Well, instead of waiting all the way till January, we're actually getting some new jewelry out in July.
Oh, okay.
So why don't we try for the summertime? Would that work for you?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Do you think that June or July would work better?
Well, it comes out in July, right?
Yeah.
So maybe July.
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
The premise of that is that they have to think about it. Just try to give them something to think about. So like, okay, well, what are you doing in the next season? You know, obviously you don't want to wait until January to book a jewelry show. So what are you doing in this? I always try to give them like the very next season. So the summer season is our next season. And see, and if they're traveling all summer, then go to the fall season. But try your best not to book a party in January when we're in April. Okay.
Sure. All right. Here we go. A few more. All right. Everyone I know just went to a jewelry show.
Oh, good. That means that all of your friends love Premier Jewelry then,
Yes.
right? Okay. So, again, new jewelry is coming out in July that they have not seen yet. So if they just went to a party and bought a bunch of jewelry, then they're going to want to come and be the first ones to see the new stuff in July. So what does your schedule look like at the end of July? We could get one on the calendar after the jewelry comes out.
Wide open.
Perfect.
All right. My house is just way too small for those parties.
Okay, actually, sometimes those are my favorite shows to do. And actually, when I started in Premier, I had 15 girls come to a jewelry party, and I had one couch for all 15 girls to sit on. And so they all had to sit on the floor. And it was so much fun. So we don't have to invite a ton of people. We'll invite the right amount so you don't feel like it's too many people in your house. But sometimes cozy parties are a lot more fun, and people really get to know one another. So I think that we should do it anyways. What do you think?
I mean, it's really small.
I know, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then that's it.
Okay.
That's it. All right.
Do y'all have any questions for us? You can probably answer them just as well as I can. Or any other objections that you've heard before that you just don't know what to say to?
I had someone who canceled a party, and she said she just did not know when she couldn't even think about rescheduling. She's had like personal issues come up, and she canceled over Facebook. So,
I would say sometimes the best thing to do is to realize that people may not be able to host a party right then and there, but they're all potential rebookings or contacts later. And I think the best you can leave them with would probably be to pray for them over that situation and say, I'm here if you ever need me. Obviously, I'd love to do a party for you in the future, but no pressure there. Just call me if you need to talk about anything else. And not that that's not misleading, because really we are here to serve and to do that for them. But I'll tell you, a lot of those women later, when things calm down, will be like, you know what, I never did do that jewelry party, and she was just so great during that time. So I would say, you know, there's a point where you should probably stop asking to do jewelry parties for people if they are going through stuff or haven't been able to book, and just jump back into, I'm just here to bless you, whatever, you know. And I think you'll probably reap more rewards from that later.
that was kind of my thinking.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And also, I just want to encourage you, like, don't keep asking the same people over and over again either. So, like, when I've had hostesses who, like, cancel, reschedule, I stopped putting effort into it because I pretty much know, like, they're going to cancel, reschedule. And I don't want to keep going back to the same people who keep doing the same things or keep saying no, you know. And you also don't want to, it's like you don't want to keep asking your same 5 friends over and over, hey, please have a jewelry party for me. The goal is to meet more people and to expand. So, you know, some people are going to say no, and that's okay. But you want to find out why they're possibly going to say no and help them overcome that. It doesn't mean you're always going to get them to turn into a yes, okay? So if you make phone calls tonight and you hear some of these objections and you can't get them to turn over from their no, don't feel like you failed. Because like Dave said, some people just aren't going to have a jewelry show, and that's okay. But we have to be okay with that as well. And we can't take it so personally that we feel like we stink at Premier or Premier doesn't work, because it obviously does. And you're obviously in it for a reason. And so I don't want you to feel defeated if you can't talk somebody into a jewelry show. Not that I want you to be talking somebody into one. I just want you to feel confident enough to not say, okay, and actually have a conversation. You know, does that make sense? Okay. All right, well, Dave's going to pass out. I did print for you some overcoming objections sheets. Actually, all the questions that we did are on the sheet with an answer. So if you missed anything that I said, you'll have that. So you can take a few minutes and look at it. What I want to do real quick before we make phone calls, we'll check my time, so I want us to make calls. Okay, we're just going to take about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to let y'all make phone calls. And here's what I want you to do. If you have done, stand up if you've done 15 or more jewelry ships. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you want to go to the bathroom?
She had to leave.
Oh, sure. already have to go. Okay. Okay, and 7. Perfect. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I would like for a standing up person. And the reason that you're standing is because I would consider you a seasoned jeweler. You've done 15 or more shows. That means you have experienced some objections in the past. And if you're sitting down, then that means you're a newer jeweler and you may not have had so much opportunity to experience some objections. And so I want you to partner a standing person with a sitting person. Okay, and then I'm going to just give you really 5 minutes. Probably we might come back and do it again after phone calls, but I just want to make sure we don't call people too late. It's already 8:06. I typically make phone calls until about 8:30, 8:45, if I'm making them at night. So we've got still time, but I just want to give you ample time to make phone calls. So standing person pair with a sitting person. So quickly find yourself a little partner.
You can just cover those, Kim, if you want.
And you can use, you can use Kristen.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
That's
she
gonna be
takes
a
that.
great,
Yeah, because you've done more. Yeah, use Kristen.
she can give you all the answers.
Make sure Kristen has a sheet. Here's a sheet.
Here.
I got it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for about 6 minutes. And I'm going to let y'all do some practicing, okay? So, seasoned jewelers, I would like for you first to be the objector, okay? Why you can't have a jewelry show. And new jewelers, or newer jewelers, I want you to be the one to give a response, okay? And then your seasoned jeweler can try to help provide a little bit of feedback to you. And then you can take turns, okay? So do one and then trade and go back and forth, okay? Does that make sense? Y'all got that? Yes? Okay, all right. Try to book some parties. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, hey, real quick, y'all. Sorry to interrupt you, only 30 seconds in. Something Cheryl just mentioned, and it's actually, if you look on that sheet, it says it a lot, but you always want to finish so your objection's going to come. Hey, I can't have it because my house is too small, or I don't know enough people. And then you are going to have something to say back to that, but you need to finish it with a question. So you finish it with a, what do you think about that? Or how does that sound? Because then they have to respond to you, okay? You don't just want to leave blank space. Like, oh, well, you totally should have one.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You got to ask, what is it? What do you think about that? How does that sound to you? Okay? All right, now go ahead. Okay, if you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. Y'all are so good students. Okay, was that helpful for y'all to practice a little bit back and forth? Good. Did you get some good feedback from people? Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to take 15, 20 minutes. I'll set a timer. Did we bring the iPad?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll set a real timer. That will be loud when it beeps. And y'all can go in the lobby. Y'all can stay in here. You can kind of go wherever. Walk the hallways, pace if you need to. Sometimes that helps me, and I just pace while I'm talking to people. And make some phone calls. So hopefully you brought a list of phone numbers. If you didn't, just go through your phone. Just go down your phone list or hop on your Facebook app. I do not encourage you to start Facebook messaging people, okay? Because you're not going to get a response right away. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I want you to make actual phone calls. If you have to leave a message, here's what I want you to say. Hey girl, it's Danielle. I just have a quick question for you. When you get this, give me a call back. That's it. Okay?
Don't say Danielle though.
Right. So you're gonna
Insert your name here.
Yes, okay? Because if you leave a long message about why you need them to have a jewelry party, they're not going to call you back because they got to process, oh my gosh, I got to have my calendar in front of me and I got to be prepared to call her back. No, you just have a quick question for her. And so when she gets the message, she can give you a call back, okay? And if you finish making phone calls and you don't have anybody else to call, you can follow up with a text. A lot of times I will say, I'll just text them and say, hey girl, left you a message. Just give me a call back whenever you get the chance. Because sometimes people don't, sometimes I don't listen to my messages. And so if I get a text, I'm quicker to respond, okay? So it's okay to call and follow up with a text if you have the time to do that, okay? But I want you to focus on that. We're going to give away free raffle tickets for the person who makes the most phone calls, okay? For the person who gets the most bookings on their calendar, and the person who gets the most no's, okay? Because you got to celebrate your no's too. You're going to get no's while you're getting yeses, so celebrate your no's, all right? You might as well. And don't feel rejected, because you are not. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And you were put in Premiere for such a time as this, okay? All right, so get your phones out. We're going to set the timer.
15 minutes?
Give us 18. Extra 3 sometimes is helpful.
You don't listen to my messages. You're like, I'm just going to call her.
There's only 2-minute messages, so you can call that. I never leave it. Okay, we'll give everybody a few minutes to make their way back in.
Okay, so I've got the first.
How did that go for everybody? Linda, did you bring your list this time?
I did.
Good. So good. Y'all did a good job.
There's a minor. And somebody was saying that I promise you all the luck in the world, whatever you do.
Okay, is everybody in from the hallway? Do you know? I sent Dave out. Round them up. I know. He's booking parties out there.
So maybe people want to give it this gift.
And then we can change it.
Well, it's all listed.
All right, I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.
Way to go, girl. Yay! Awesome. Good. Was that helpful for y'all to do that? I know for me, sometimes I can talk myself out of making phone calls, like, oh, it's too late, or, oh, it's bedtime, or it's dinner time, or it's nap time, or it's pick up from school time, or it's whatever time. There's always a bad time, you know what I mean? And so if you just suck it up and say, you know what, it may not be a good time for everybody else, but this is a good time for me, and so I'm going to make phone calls. I think you'll always have some fruit from that, okay? So, who made the most calls? Did anybody make 5 phone calls? Oh, good. Okay. How many did you make? How many did you make? Bethany made 6.
You made 5.
Whitney made 5.
7.
Michelle made 7.
Seven.
7, and Mary Beth made 7. Okay, is that the highest we did? That's pretty good. 7 phone calls. I like that. Okay. All right. How about, what else did I have on there? Who got some bookings? Anybody get some bookings? Yay! Yeah. Yay! Okay, Ken. Yeah, get your clappers out for that. That's so good. All right, Ken, how many bookings did you get?
I got 1.
That's good. That's better than mine. Michelle, how many bookings did you get?
2.
2. Whatever. I'm giving both y'all tickets for that. Y'all both did awesome for that. Okay, did anybody get any no's? I don't want to have a jewelry party. Oh, wow. That's okay though, right? We don't feel rejected.
No.
No, we are secure in who we are. God created us perfectly, beautifully to be in Premiere for such a time as this. And no's do not define us, right? Right. How many no's did you get, Cheryl?
I got 1.
One no. Whitney?
1 no.
1 no. Linda?
1.
1 no?
1.
1. Wow, look at all these 1 no's. 3 no's. Way to go for asking. Wow. Now, what were their reasons?
My daughter just got home from drug rehab, and it's not a good time right now.
That's a good. That's a legit life.
One, my house is all all torn up, I'm still painting, and I said, well, I was just checking back with you because I thought maybe they might be finished by now.
She said no. What about Starbucks?
I tried.
Did she say that?
I'll call you back.
Oh, okay.
I said, well, what about it doesn't have to be your home, can you think of a place? What's your favorite place to go eat?
I don't know. They probably
Yeah.
said. Hey, that's good though. You're getting some good practice in. Good practice. We need good practice. Anybody else have some like off the wall responses from people?
Well, I had this girl that said, I've had premiere jewelry in the past and I hate it.
Oh.
And I never give gifts as jewelry. And I said, okay, that's okay. I hope you have a good night. There's nothing else to say to
There's
that.
nothing that you can say to that. Yeah, did y'all hear that she hates premier jewelry?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I had
I'm
a
so
response
sorry.
like that from
Oh,
it was a Facebook
okay.
message, but she said, I don't like Premier Jewelry.
Aw. Then yeah, you just say, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hey,
I'm sorry that you have bad taste.
I know. Why you don't like her? I'm sorry. Did you go talk to people in person?
I got one.
Woo!
Sorry.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, I had to charge my phone, so I charged it and was hurrying. And then we started talking about check-in and stuff, so.
That's awesome. I'm so proud of y'all. See, isn't it so good to do training and make phone calls? And it's just so good. So good. Okay, well, awesome. I hope that that's helpful for y'all. And I hope that you will schedule some time to sit down, even if it's just once a week. You don't have to make phone calls every day. And I would love for you to get to the point where you don't have to make phone calls because you have so many bookings on your calendar that you're getting bookings at your shows that you're not having to make phone calls. The point that's why what I love most about Premiere is that because the hostess plan is so good, we should be, once we get those initial shows on our calendar, we should be getting shows at our jewelry parties so that we're not having to make phone calls. So I do love that, that we have something really great to offer. So, but if you don't have anything on your calendar, the first thing you have to do is to make those phone calls, okay? And like I was sharing a little bit of Cheryl's story earlier, and she's about to share with us about how to get bookings at our shows. She had gotten 4 bookings of making phone calls prior to her training show. Well, actually, prior to signing up, okay? That wasn't even before her training show, because in the 2-week span, it was between, I actually think it was like a week and a half that she signed up and we booked her jewelry party for her training show. It was like a week and a half time frame. When I showed up at her house on the night of her training show, she said to me, I already have 17 shows on my calendar. Is that good? I was like, woo! And by the end of the night, we had 21 total shows on the calendar after her training show was all said and done. So, if y'all want to pick someone's brain, it would be Cheryl Pierce, okay? And I'm sure she would love to sit down and talk with you because that's how beautiful a person that she is. So, love that. I know. You're so lucky. So anyways, but those all came really from phone calls because it's not like she had a show to get the bookings. Yes, we did jump from 17 to 21 at her training show, but she got from 0 to 17 all by herself, simply by calling and reaching out to people and saying, I'm starting this great new business. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so much fun. Can I give you free jewelry? What do you think? Can I practice on you? What do you think? And just not being afraid. And I'm sure she got some no's. I'm sure she called 17 people and all 17 said yes. And so you just have to work through that. But once you get the shows on your calendar, then you're going to go to the shows, and then you want to get shows at your show, right? Are y'all all having great success with getting tons of shows at your shows? Maybe yes, maybe no. Are you all doing a booking activity? Maybe yes, maybe no. And so majority of you are shaking your head yes, so that's really good. But what Cheryl's going to do is she's going to come model her booking activity for us. It's been hugely successful for her. And I've been doing it as well, and it's been hugely successful for me as well. And so I think her verbiage is really good. She does not make people feel like they have to have a jewelry show, but she gets them pumped about the opportunity of having a jewelry show. And the most important thing is that she brings them to a point of decision. Okay, and so if you want to does anybody need any more notes? I'm happy to give you some more notes if you need some more notes. But you're definitely going to want to come take notes. So, Cheryl, come on up.
Okay. So are y'all doing, the ones of you that are doing booking activities, are you doing the deal or double deal? Everybody doing that?
I just do, I mean, pass or play, but it's a form.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
similar, very similar. Okay, so I'm gonna basically just kind of show you what I do, and then y'all feel free to ask questions or anything after. But let me kind of set you up and what I do. I actually use now these cute little bags. So that's what I do at my jewelry show. I'm like, oh, look what I have. Aren't these so cute? So not at the jewelry show yet. So I use this bag and I've got a ticket inside. So I do 10, 15, or 20. Danielle puts like 10 tickets in, right?
But
You put-
just explain yours. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 10, 15, 20 is what I put in my bag. Now, before I've got these, I actually just use the Premier boxes, which we all have like a closet full, right? And so you can put numbers in the lid. You can put some change in there so you can have little shakers and do like fun, you know, every time you say jewelry lady, have them shake, drum roll, whatever. So don't feel like you have to have this. Although if y'all did your raffle tickets, this is on the back. So there's like 10 of those for the raffle prize. Okay, so what I do at the jewelry party is I'll hand out their lap boards and we're just kind of getting everybody sitting together, whatever. I'm like, all right, I've got the cutest jewelry bag, so I want you to pick, like you got different styles. So pick whichever one you might want. Okay, now don't open it though, okay? You gotta hang on to it. I want you pick, oh yeah, girl, you look zebra. Yeah. Oh, she can't decide. You know me so well, Cheryl. Surprise. Okay, I'm gonna let you pick. Oh yeah, she got the cutest one. Aren't they so cute? I mean, I so love them. Okay, so so I'll do the hostess age, hostess benefits, explain, you know, stack the boxes basically and tell them all this free jewelry. Oh my gosh. So I know you all are thinking, oh, you want some of that free jewelry as well, right? So I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, how do I do that? So we are going to play the most fun game. So I want you to get out your cute little jewelry bags, but don't open them yet. Nobody peek, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a fun game called Deal or Double Deal, okay? So what that means is, deal means if you choose to deal, then I'm coming with my jewelry. You're going to get just a few friends together and we're going to have a fun girls' night, okay? And we're going to do that in the next 3 months, all right? So now if you double deal, oh, and almost forgot, inside your jewelry bag is a ticket. And that ticket has a number on it. And that number you get to add to the stash of tickets you've already been collecting tonight. Because remember, y'all want some free jewelry. And everybody has been wanting some free jewelry tonight. Alright, so you get that. Now if you double deal, then that means you get to double the number of tickets that's in your bag to add to your stash. Plus, then we're going to have a fun get together, just you and a few friends. Let me bring my jewelry, eat some yummy snacks. And we'll do it in the next 6 weeks. So I might actually, depending on what my calendar is, so outside of jewelry show. So I might do 3 months and 6 months. 3 months is double deal, 6 months is deal. If you need bookings sooner, then do 6 weeks and 3 months, whatever. Okay? So does everybody got it? You understand? Let me go over it just in case you don't. Deal means that we'll have a fun get together in the next 3 months. Double deal means we'll do it in the next 6 weeks. All right? Bethany, do you want a deal or double deal?
Double deal.
Double deal. Woo! All right, y'all. Double deal. Look at your ticket. Ooh, 15. So you get to double your tickets. 30 tickets to add with your stash of free jewelry. All right. Michelle, do you want a deal or double deal?
I'm just gonna have a deal.
Deal. That's okay, girl. Look and open that bag up.
20.
Ooh, 20. So you get to add that to your stash tonight. That's going to be fun. All right, Danielle, deal or double
I
deal?
don't know. I'm moving at the end of June, and so I just don't
Girl,
know.
then you need to double deal. We can do it in the next 6 weeks.
I think so. I have to pack and
all gonna wanna come and see you. If your house is a mess, just go to Starbucks. Get all your friends to go with you.
See? Michelle's coming to your party.
Are
I'm
you gonna
coming.
come?
I'm gonna come.
Okay, okay. All right, fine. I guess I have to double. I guess I have to double deal.
Double deal. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Let's see your
okay.
ticket.
10.
Oh, so she got 20
Thank
tickets.
goodness I double deal.
Oh, thank goodness she double deal. Okay. How about it? Oh, she's double dealing. Woo woo. She just wants some free jewelry.
Kristen's the kind you want at every party.
Yeah.
Does she? And she got 10, so she got 20 also. All right, Kim, how about you? Do you want a deal or double deal?
I'll deal, because I've got some vacation plans.
Okay, deal. All right, so if you said no, then I'd be like, that's all right, girl. We have had so much fun anyway. All right, and so after everybody's played, then I'll say, all right, I want you to grab your survey, and on question number 1, it says when you would like to have a little get-together. So if you will put the month, just the month, you don't have to figure out anything specific. You and I will get together later tonight, all right? So just put the month that you're interested in. Now, for those of y'all that didn't play, that's okay. There's a little maybe later, because as women, we can always change our mind. So don't feel afraid to think that, oh man, I didn't play. I want to have some free jewelry. That's okay. We can talk later, all right? So just put that month and put your survey back up.
Woo-hoo!
Woo-hoo. Good. Questions?
Don't be afraid to ask questions now.
Do you give those out at the beginning of the H or at the beginning of the party? Do you make them hold on to the cute little bag through the whole party, or do you wait until
The whole party.
Okay.
So I give it out at the front. And then sometimes if I have somebody going, oh my gosh, that's so cute, I might say, Michelle, stand up and model your cute little jewelry bag. This is so cute. You can win those earrings you might get for free tonight. You could put them in this cute little jewelry bag. So, I might kind of play it up or whatever. Sometimes I don't. There was something else I was thinking. Oh, and a lot of times, and I watched this actually from Melody Box, a lot of times I won't be real quick to jump in and tell them what the solution is. Because if she's sitting there going, oh, I don't know, she really wants to have one. So I'm trying to kind of realize, let them kind of process it, because it's working, like if I'm doing this, you start nodding. So, if she's like, oh, I just can't, then I'll kind of jump in and say, we can have it, we can have it later. We'll decide. Girl, you want to. And then they'll go ahead, And then we can talk details later as far as like Starbucks or something.
Y'all ask questions. It's a good effort. Or if you just want to ask Cheryl a question.
Do you do they take those little bags home with them, or do you take them back?
I have kind of offered it, but most people are giving it back to me. So I have stopped, and actually I had stopped doing the cute little, you can win your earrings and put it in the little bag, because a couple of times I did that and the girl did, and I'm cool with that if they wanted to, but actually now most everybody's just giving it back. They're thinking, it's fun, part of the game, but and that way you're not having a best of life.
Where are you buying those?
Dollar Tree. But again, I got bookings when I was doing boxes. You can totally do, oh my gosh, okay, when you're ready, I want you to open your lid and tell me what your ticket number is. I mean, you can do it just as easy with a box. So I don't think it's not necessarily the bag, but it's because I'm making it fun, it's cute, it's fun, and I'm able to kind of play on that a little bit. But I would say since I've been, doing that, the deal or double deal, I would say I probably get, I get at least one booking on my parties. But most everybody, and also totally go to the person that looks like they want to have a party. Because I did have one party kind of when I first started. It was 12, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be the most amazing thing ever. And I just started with a girl on my left who was so nice. She said, because I'm like, do you want a deal or double deal? And she's like, there's a no deal too, right? And I was like, crap. Well, sure, but I mean, who doesn't want free jewelry? And she's like, no deal. And then it just went from there. No deal, no deal. It went all the way around. So. So go for the person that looks like they're excited.
And you can even say like, who wants to double deal first, or be the first to double deal, and you can start with that person. I've done that before.
And I've had shows where people that are at the shows have already booked a party with me, like they're just coming to support their friend. So sometimes I'll start with them and I'll just tell them they get to deal because they've already, I mean, they're not gonna win, you know,
Right.
but like, they get to deal, you know, and so they start playing and then it's better.
Yeah.
But if they're like, oh, they're having a show, well, I can have one.
Yep.
You know.
That actually just happened to me at one of my last parties. I started with her first, and then they all, like 6 bookings, they all booked.
Yeah. And notice she didn't say, do you want a deal or double deal or pass? Like she didn't give them an option for passing. So they can still, obviously, the lady said, well, there's a no deal option, sadly. Sadly.
Say, no,
There
But yeah, but I have found great success with it. I mean, I'm getting more bookings this way than
With the
any
boxes?
other way I've played.
Yeah.
I don't know that the purses or the boxes make a difference, but
Just the deal or
just
double
the deal or
deal.
Yeah,
double deal.
I would agree with that. I think it's important to go to each person then.
Yes.
Because even I've had really big parties and I'm like, okay, there are 15 people here. I'm not going to go to every person. But it's more beneficial to ask each person.
And
And
you-
you're
I
not
always-
putting them on the spot. Like, don't, because you're just going to, even if they say no, you can encourage them.
Well, and I tell people, like, I'm giving everyone a chance. I'm not gonna leave anybody out.
Yeah.
You know, and that way it makes them feel like, oh, you know, it's not.
And also be real conscious about building relationship during your jewelry show. So making eye contact with them throughout, to me, is just a great way so that when you're like face to face with them, you've already been talking and looking at them the whole night. So then it's not weird. Then it's not awkward. Because you're actually, I mean, a lot of us, we don't do that. We don't do eye contact. I mean, that's just part of human nature. But I think the more you look at people in their eyes, then the more it's not uncomfortable then.
Yeah, and the more you know their names too, like just
Yes.
being able to know their name at jewelry parties and such. There was something I was going to say to y'all about that. I can't remember now.
Go into each person.
Maybe.
I don't know. Relationship.
I've lost it now. Gosh, it was right there. Right there. I'll have to think about it. Okay, y'all give Cheryl a big round of applause. I know.
Yes. And I have the websites.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
Yes.
It's 9 o'clock, just so
Oh,
everyone knows.
okay.
So Cheryl will pass these out and then we'll pray and then y'all can stay too, but just in case anyone's on a time crunch, I don't want to hold y'all, you know, hold y'all hostage.
Just, pass one and.
Oh, you need to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, quick.
Yeah, just got
Okay, I made a list of some of the videos that I actually watched before I was a jewelry lady, so before I had my training show. So these were the ones that, the top one, Melody Box Stop Business Tips, to me is really just a great video on just business in general. She's got an activity, she does pass or play, so, but I've taken a lot of things like she's done and tweaked it into deal or double deal. So to me, that's a great one to just kind of, if you need a little bit more encouragement or get things boosted or whatever. The booking boot camp, that's what I listened to. Before I started making my phone calls and got the 17 bookings, that's what I listened to, was booking boot camp. There's another one that's below that, the bookathon, when I gave you the website for that. Then to watch the pastor play, melody boxes, that's really kind of, like I said, how I've tweaked things. And then on the Draper website, which I'm so excited we're seeing the Drapers this weekend. Because like they're who I stumbled upon and learned and again before. So I'm really excited. So there's 5 ladies on the video trainings for bookings. So you're seeing a lot of different things. You're seeing the bling board and you're seeing some a couple of different things as well. And then the websites. Don't forget, I mean, we have amazing resources just in ourselves. So in the Rockstars website, there's a place, Rockstar Videos, and there's tons of people showing the way they do bookings and sponsoring and all kinds of stuff. And then our own YouTube videos that we do. And the 2013 is actually one that I watched as well before I was a jewelry lady. The Gardendale training, which is where Danielle actually does a full jewelry show. So she doesn't have a booking activity in that because that was when she was just giving the
It does.
10. Well,
it is a booking act. It's a dealer. It's a pass or play type. It's just not deal or double deal. What I used to do beforehand, which worked well too. I do find more success with deal or double deal. I will say that, but it's less. It's less to explain. If you feel like you need something to work up to.
yeah, good for your personality
Yeah.
too. If you're just still kind of nervous and you're passing tickets, so that's good.
Mhm.
And then just the Premier Designs website actually has good trainings as well. If you haven't seen those, they did some from Regional Rally, and then lots of encouragement. And so, one thing, I'm hurrying. So I know that y'all are probably all like me, and you're busy. I work Monday through Friday and like jewelry shows and busy. But I would so recommend, because we just have these resources right at our fingertips, and it really is so important for us, I think, to continually to train ourselves and to learn and to grow in that, because you can't be an expert unless you practice at it, and you got to practice. And they say if you want something you've never had, you've got to do things that you've never done. So it's really, we owe it to ourselves. If we want a successful business and we join that for those reasons, then it's really important, I think, for us to really just to invest in ourselves with the time. So I just encourage all of y'all to do that.
Thank you. Fabulous. And I will say that, off of her, I'm busy, and, I might not have time to sit down and watch a bunch of trainings. Once a week, I've started going to the gym. I need to go more than that. But once a week, I go and put my kids in childcare, and I do the elliptical while I watch a training or listen to a sermon or whatever I feel like I want to do. But I just put my little earbuds and put my phone right there on the elliptical so I can watch and listen to trainings or sermons. And so that's a really great thing, and you get a break. So if you're a mom, just drop your kids off in the nursery at the gym and even sit down if you want to. You don't have to do the elliptical. It's free childcare. Okay, all right. Dave's going to bring up raffles. Do y'all have any raffle tickets that y'all need to put in? They're bringing them up. So if you know what you want, like there's those bags. Just keep your.
Confusing up there.
Are you going to make it confusing? What are you doing?
It wasn't confusing.
It's fine. It's fine. Just bring them up. They'll put their tickets in them. They know what they want anyways. They all know they want those cute bags.
Yeah. So you want them to keep it out of there. So you gotta.
They all know they want that. Where are you going to put them? Put them on the table.
Okay. I'll follow the whistle.
Yeah, you can just stick them on top. All right, if you got extra sugars, go stick them in. I know, everyone wants those bags now, see? Okay, all right, we good? Okay, who wants this fabulous vase? Woo! Get your clappers out. Be excited. Fabulous vase. Okay, your winner is 663147.
Oh, that's me.
Yay! Woo-hoo!
Handmade. I'm not gonna say by who.
Who would like a sugar rush necklace? I mean, this is like a really expensive necklace, so I hope you at least got some raffle tickets for it. It's a good extra for yourself or giveaway. Okay, the winner is 663108.
Oh, that's me.
Oh yeah.
Third one's the charm. Okay, who's a rock star and going really far? All of y'all. So cute, I love this. Okay, 663092. 092. 092.
That's me.
Ooh.
But I didn't know that I could be in that one.
Oh, is it there? Oh.
Because I will just hang it in my office and it'll be great.
Well, I hope, Yes, the extra one, we put them all, you think you put all yours in here. Who's ready to do some booking activities at the show? Yes, we get lots of bookings. Okay, 663-085. 085. Did you put raffles in there?
I didn't think I did. Oh my gosh, I did.
You
No, let somebody else win. I've got a bunch.
Well,
I didn't think I put it in
You want me
there.
just to
did
split?
Michelle, did you put them in the bag?
Did you
Michelle,
put them
or-
in Rockstar? Did you put yours in Rock? Did you put any in that Rockstar
I
thing?
didn't think I did. That's why my tickets are already folded out.
Oh, no, in
I
that,
didn't-
no, in that thing.
Oh, mm-mm.
Okay. I was gonna say. Okay, let's try again. 663-118.
That's me.
Okay. Good deal. Okay, then this is so awesome. I want to win this. Look at all, this is so in too. All this great color. Spruce up your dinner table. Okay. 663-121.
That's me again.
Pays to have a lot of raffle tickets, right? Way to go. Okay. All right, y'all go ahead and stand up and let's circle up and pray. And then you're welcome to, we're always welcome to hang out and chat more. But sorry we kept y'all late tonight. We started late. Okay, Cheryl, you want to close this in prayer? I didn't give you forewarning, but yeah, okay.
Father God, we just thank you so much for tonight, God. Thank you for the just fellowship with these women, God. Just pray blessings on each and every person here tonight, God. I pray that you just bless their time, God, that they spend investing in themselves, Lord. And I pray that you just bless them in their homes and their careers and their family, Lord. I pray that you just from the top of their heads to the soles of their feet, God, that wherever they step, God, that you are there. God, I pray that each jeweler, God, just that we keep our eyes on you, Lord, that everything that we do, that we just bring glory to you, God, that we just let our light shine brightly for you, God. I pray that women that we come in contact with and in the homes, Lord, that they can just see Christ through us, Lord, and just pray blessings on those women that we'll be able to touch, Lord. And God, we just thank you and praise you for all that you're doing and will do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all stay, hang out if you want to.